How would you like to have a business that starts off bringing in $16,000 to accelerating to bringing in a revenue of over $350,000 in less than a year and appearing in national media? It's an amazing story. Keeley and Erika of Wild Squirrel Nut Butter are on the show tonight, so make sure that you stay tuned through the entire 30 minutes, that you share it out on Twitter, and that you engage on the chat. Looking forward to talking to you more. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Jennifer Dono. I'm the host tonight of the Young Female Entrepreneurs Live Show. We actually have something very exciting happening because I'm not going to be the host the entire time. We're bringing in a guest host, Carissa Dunphy of smallbusinessesdoitbetter.com is here, and she's going to be interviewing Erika and Keeley of Wild Squirrel Nut Butter. They are on now with me. I can't wait to bring you them in. They're in our virtual green room. A lot of you are on the chat right now. And we've got Stacy Harris of hitthemic.com. She's helping us out fielding in some Twitter questions, comments, all of that fun stuff. So make sure that you're typing in your questions and talking to other young female entrepreneurs. But before we get started, because I have a few little young female entrepreneur announcements to go through before we bring them in, I wanted to thank, of course, our sponsor, which is ovaleye.tv. So ovaleye.tv hosts and produces live video events built to meet your objective. Visit ovaleye.tv to request a free 30-minute consultation today to find out more about going live with your brand. So again, you're watching Young Female Entrepreneurs. I'm Jennifer Dono. I'm the host for this evening. If you're just joining us live now, Wild Squirrel Nut Butter is here. I'm so excited. So a couple things before we bring them in. We've got, with Young Female Entrepreneurs, we have YFE New York City event is coming up. We've got a couple things, so pop over there. The New York City event is on the 15th, and that's Marissa Vicario. She is the Marissa's, oh my goodness, I always mess this up. It's mwahonline.com. She's amazing, and this event is close to selling out, so make sure that you check that out if you're in the New York City area. Then we have YFE Seattle coming up on Saturday, January 19th. That's with Tessa Rowe and Christina Krug, and they've created a very cool event. So check that out. And then finally, YFE LA is on Thursday, January 24th with Erin of wellinla.com. And those are the three events that we have going on this month around the United States for young female entrepreneurs. The best way to find out about how to get in touch with them and find the event is to go to youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com/about and click on the private Facebook group link there so you can join in on the fun. So I asked you guys to Instagram a couple things for us. And so we have a few fun little Instagrams that came in under the hashtag YFE chat. And I asked what it is that you're doing for the day. So Cami Lacinby, she's on the Instagram 26 Candles. Make sure that you follow her. Look her up on Instagram. It looks like she's pretty busy. She's got her hands full working from home. So thanks for Instagramming that, Cami. We've got a few more that are going through there. At the Stacy Harris on Instagram, again, she's the one that is doing our social media outreach for us tonight. She's busy building websites. Corey Freeman at Corey Freeman. She's always on the chat and active and super fun. She's playing video games. Looks like fun. And Marissa Vicario, of course, she has been busy doing these personal chef client pieces where she's doing stuff in New York City. It's amazing. You have to follow her Instagram. Yum. At Bridal Shoe Style, she's saying that her shoes got dirty at her wedding. So it sounds like you just got married. Congratulations. Wishing you the very best. And then I think we have one more. No more? Okay. You're still welcome to Instagram in on the hashtag YFE chat. Make sure that you follow each other. So again, if you're just tuning in now, we're going to be bringing in Wild Squirrel Nut Butter founders, Erika and Keeley. But before we get them in, I wanted to show you a little bit about who they are and who our guest host, Carissa Dunphy, is. Keeley and Erika were in their sophomore year at the University of Oregon when they began making unique, all-natural peanut butter for their friends and family. Encouraged by the enthusiastic response to their new products, the two named their company Wild Squirrel and launched a website selling flavors such as honey pretzel, chocolate coconut, and vanilla espresso. After a summer of selling at farmers markets and online, the girls launched their company in local stores. A year after jars were put on store shelves, the two have left school and are pursuing the business full time. The two have appeared in Oprah and Glamour magazine, the Huffington Post, as well as on the hit ABC show Shark Tank. Carissa Dunphy, host of the Small Businesses Do It Better show, interviews small business owners, entrepreneurs, and industry experts. Carissa is very passionate about supporting small businesses, providing valuable resources, and sharing her knowledge about entrepreneurship. She also helps small businesses improve their online presence with her blog, caffeinekeyboard.com.
Hi, I'm Carissa Dunphy, and we want to welcome Erika and Keeley on, so we'll get them on the screen. Hi, girls. How are you doing tonight?
Hi. We're excited to be here.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. This is really exciting. There's a huge Shark Tank following. Can you catch everyone up on what has happened since you've been on Shark Tank?
Yeah. So we filmed the show in September 2012. So we started the company in January and sold in farmers markets all summer and then filmed on Shark Tank in September. So we weren't even in stores yet when we filmed, so it feels like a long time ago. And then it aired in May 2012. And on the show, everyone watched us, pitch our company and make a deal with Barbara. And ultimately, the deal didn't go through, so that we didn't get any financial support from the show, but it worked out absolutely for the best.
We got a huge national exposure, and people like about us now. So Shark Tank was great for us. They aired it in May 2012, as Keeley mentioned, and also again in August 2012. And most recently, last Friday, they showed our follow-up. So they came to Portland September of 2012 and filmed a follow-up and kind of, caught everyone up on where we were and how far we had come since we first filmed. So that's really great. They showed us 3 times on their show.
Awesome. Yeah, and last Friday when they showed your recap, I saw the social media went a little crazy. You guys got bombarded again with everything.
Our phones and emails have been buzzing since
Friday. We've been packing a lot of boxes full of orders, so that's always great, too.
Very awesome. And I read this. Part of the Shark Tank experience made you guys decide to put your college degrees on hold. So tell us a little about why and how you came to that decision.
Yeah, so again, on the show, we definitely got a lot of flack from the Sharks about trying to do 2 things at once. Try to be in school at the time we were just about to start our junior year and try to run a company at the same time. So we definitely battled them on the show. We were very determined that we could do school and run a company. And then on the plane ride home, we looked at each other and we realized that there was a lot of truth to what they were saying, and that to really give this company a go and to really give it our all, we had to leave school. And so that was kind of a hard decision for us. Both of our moms are teachers, and we were really committed to our educations, but our degrees were not in business, and they weren't necessarily helping the company, and they're taking up a lot of time. So we made the leap. We moved to Portland, and we're so excited and happy that we did, because I think it's been one of the best decisions we've ever made.
Oh, yeah, no regrets.
And you can't learn this stuff in school either.
No. Crash course.
You don't learn what we're learning sitting in class.
It's serious crash course with the Shark Tank exposure, too.
Yes.
That just blew everything out of the water.
Shark Tank, we went from being a small farmers market company to a nationally recognized company in 7 minutes. So that was just pretty wild for us.
It's a wild squirrel is what it is.
Exactly.
Well, I have to say this really slow. Your nut butter is amazing. I absolutely love, I think it's the vanilla espresso almond butter.
That is my personal favorite.
Love it.
We like to say you get your coffee and your protein all in a jar.
Totally. So a lot of people who are watching have products. What advice can you offer about getting a product distributed?
Yeah, so that was definitely a challenge for us, especially since we didn't have any experience in the space. And the biggest thing for us was just doing a lot of taste testing. And I think that's where the farmer's market model is super helpful, because you can test your product and give it out to a bunch of people and sell it for really little investment. So we could make 30 jars and go to a farmer's market with it without having to create, like now if we wanted to launch a new product, it would be many thousands of dollars to launch it in all of our stores. So starting small and just sampling to a lot of people was really helpful. And that way you also make a lot of connections, because that's where we met, buyers for stores. We were able to set up a meeting with a buyer for one of our local most popular chains called New Seasons. And just kind of through those connections, you're able to get meetings with important people, because ultimately in the consumer goods industry and grocery, it's just all about who you know, just like a lot of other industries. So the best way is just to network as much as possible.
And the way that we got into the first stores, that we were in the New Seasons market in Portland. They have 12 stores, and we just sent out an email to the CEO, just, for the heck of it, saying, you know what, we are really confident with what we're doing. We love our product. Let's see what she has to say. So we've just been, confident from the get-go, and that's really carried us, this far. And I would encourage other people, if you have a good product and you're confident about it, just
be unorthodox. Email the CEO. Don't submit on the website on their contact form.
Exactly. You'll never hear back, and you won't. Email the CEO. Walk into the back of grocery stores with your product. Just like Keeley said, get people to try it. Just you have to make yourself known, and do things that other people aren't doing.
Yeah.
Good tip. And you guys are in a ton of stores. I know you have a locator on your website, which is helpful, so anybody can find where it's at by them.
Yeah, we're actually really excited about our map these days, because when we first started, we were, we were in about 35 stores, which from October 2011 to May 2011. And for us, that seemed like a lot. But now we're in about 350 stores, and they're not just in Oregon. We've expanded up and down the West Coast, and now we're branching into the Southeast and the Midwest
and the East Coast. So every day that we add new stores to our map, which is super exciting, because before we were delivering all ourselves. So once we got distribution, it was full steam ahead with just being able to pretty much go anywhere. So that's super exciting.
And it's exciting now because we can ask people, definitely via social media, like, where, what stores should Wild Squirrel be in? And people always respond with new stores, and then we can actually pursue those stores because we have distribution set up.
Very good. So besides getting on Shark Tank, which is huge right now, what tips can you give to businesses who want to get media coverage?
For us, it was serendipitous, but I also think that looking back, the food blogger it was huge for us.
Yeah.
We read a lot of food blogs and follow a lot of food blogs, and when we first started making peanut butter, we thought it would be the coolest thing ever if we could get on a couple of our favorite food blogs. Not so much because we thought it would lead to anything bigger, just that in and of itself would be super successful and fun. So we sent jars of our peanut butter to multiple food bloggers, like if anyone reads, cathyeats.com and other ones like that, Peanut Butter Runner and other kind of more popular lifestyle food blogs. And so they blogged about us, and through that we got into Oprah magazine, and we've gotten into Shape magazine, and I entered a scholarship through Glamour. So I think just putting the word out there into these really influential people, what has been really important for us, and just kind of seeing, well, what kind of lifestyle, what kind of people do I want to reach, and what are they reading and looking at because they want to. We've never advertised, really. We don't really think that's successful. We just want to put it in the hands of people that we respect and trust their recommendation, and then let them speak to their followers.
And it leads to all those things after that, which are incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you guys, in all your stores, you do a lot of store visits. I know you came up to Mill Creek, and I just missed you guys.
Oh, you live in
which was such a bummer.
I used to live there.
But you guys were just at another store in Portland last week, I saw. So what's the most effective way to get retailers to feature your products or get those big displays or get your in-store events?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It is a good question. And from the beginning, what I kind of touched on this before, but we're just really committed to, being unorthodox, like Keeley said, making ourselves known, making ourselves stick out from the other products and brands that are in stores. So a way that we've done that is, we pick up the phone, we call the manager, we remember their name, we develop relationships with them. We visit the stores and check in on our products. And just by building relationships with them, it really shows that we care about our product and that we're willing to go above and beyond. And honestly, like a lot of other things, we just flat out ask. We ask, hey, what if you put this by the cash register? What if you hadn't, built an end cap for us? And sometimes we catch them off guard. But again, that's what gets us noticed. And, it's worked out well so far.
Yeah, and a lot of it's just because we don't understand the industry that well. And I think in a lot of times that works in our favor, because we do things that if we understood the industry, we might be like, oh, that's not how it's done. But because we don't have a huge advertising budget, we say, oh, we really wish we had a display in this store. We don't think, well, how much would that cost? We think, well, let's get someone to build it for us.
Yeah.
So
we don't necessarily know the rights and wrongs of the grocery world.
Yeah, and we're learning as we go, but I think especially at the beginning, that was huge for us. Is just going into stores and asking questions of all the employees and kind of building that following. Because once somebody that's even like a cashier at a grocery store, if they love you, they'll tell every customer that comes in to buy peanut butter that they love your peanut butter. And that's like having an employee all the time set up in a store. So those relationships are huge.
Yeah, and another thing that we're really committed to is doing our, in-store demos. We've done that since day one, the 35 stores we were in. We were in those stores hours upon hours, sampling, letting people try it, hearing feedback from customers, and just really developing a community in Portland. And we've tried to do that, as we've expanded into new stores. So like you said, we were up in Mill Creek and all the new stores in Washington. We did a whole store tour and went to all the new stores. And just like we developed relationships with our managers here in Portland, we have done that, outside of Oregon. So that's been something that's been really beneficial.
And I have to say, you guys are doing a really good job of creating wild squirrel community. All these people, every time you go somewhere, you Instagram it, you keep it up on your social media, so everyone can feel like they're a part of it, growing with you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's totally the fun part. We love.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do. So I appreciate you recognizing that.
Well, you're doing a good job. And I know if you guys are watching, you can see the Twitter across the bottom. Use the hashtag YFEchat, and that's how you can get on the screen there. So if you have any questions for Erika or Keeley, let us know. My Utoria wants to know, where did your interest in entrepreneurship come, and who helped you with your general business knowledge?
Great question.
That is a good question.
Well, initially I was a journalism major and Erika was environmental studies and Spanish. So neither of us would have ever put entrepreneur as something that we would have ever expected to do.
No.
I think we both thought business was going to be really boring and not interesting. And we had friends that were business majors and it just sounded really uninspiring to us. But once we realized that being an entrepreneur could mean that you make and sell peanut butter, that just made it made it seem a lot more real and make a lot more sense. And since we both loved food, we felt really knowledgeable in the space without studying it. So we always felt like we could speak to our product really well without having a lot of business knowledge. That said, who helped us with our business model? I mean, everyone and anyone.
Yep. We have not been afraid to ask questions all throughout the process. And that's it's helped us this far. And that's why we've gotten this far, because we aren't afraid to ask questions and put ourselves out there.
Good. And I love your tip about making friends with the cashier at the store. It's the same like in an office setting. Make friends with the receptionist or the phone switchboard person or whatever, because
those are the people that are going to champion for you. For sure.
Yeah, they're so influential, and they're the ones who have that backdoor into that person that makes the decision.
Exactly.
And they're like, no, do it. So
and it makes your job more fun too. If you show up at the grocery store and everybody there knows you and you can hang out with them, that makes sampling a lot more fun too.
So let's see if there's any other questions here. Use the hashtag YFEchat, and we can ask Erika and Keeley. So you guys have, it looks like 5 flavors now?
Yeah, we have 5 flavors. So when we first started, we only had peanut butter. And then, earlier this spring, we launched our almond butters. So right now we have 3 peanut butters and 2 almond butters. We have a cinnamon raisin, honey pretzel, and chocolate coconut peanut butter. And then,
one right here.
Oh, there's our chocolate coconut and our squirrel. And then we have 2 almond butters, a chocolate sunflower seed almond butter and a vanilla espresso almond butter, which is what you were mentioning.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah, so we started with jars. I'll just talk a little bit more about our product. We started with jars, and then also in the spring, we were really excited. We launched our little single serve packets here. So the idea of these is that, it's a way to pack peanut butter that's not messy, that's, for people on the go, for students, people packing lunches or traveling. So it's a way to, carry Wild Squirrel with you wherever you go.
You see those everywhere now, too, those little convenient little packages.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, we're always looking for ways to eat healthy when we're traveling, because we're always, going up to Washington or California, or we're on a plane or whatever. So it's just nice if you just bring a little package of nut butter and some instant oatmeal, you know you have food to eat.
And you get nice. I love that you can get the caffeine and the protein in one.
Yes, exactly. Perfect for the morning.
Lovely. All right. I don't see any new questions here. Okay, so your website's up in the background. So it says 10% off all multi-packs. Use the code SHARKS at checkout.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 free vanilla espresso single serve packs with any purchase.
Just have your name all over it.
Totally. Well, I would just go to the store because you guys are all around in the stores where I live. So
we're in Central Market right there, right? Yeah.
yeah. Well, we are out in Duval, and I know you're in Hagen's, which is like Top Foods here.
Yep.
So and there's Top Foods all over, so I can go whenever and wherever and get my nut butter.
Okay,
Great.
that's even better.
You have an ample supply.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for chatting. Is there any other tips or advice or fun little secrets from Shark Tank or anything like that that you want to share that is a YFE exclusive that might not be known elsewhere?
Well, I can't give too much information, but we are really excited. We're in the process of launching a new flavor, and we haven't launched a flavor since May, and we've been brainstorming since then. So it's taken a long time, but we're the next couple months, be on the lookout for a new wild squirrel flavor.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of really awesome stuff coming up this year, so stay tuned. It's gonna be pretty exciting. And there might be another wrap sooner than later. So
Awesome.
if
Corey,
anyone hasn't seen our wrap, it's on YouTube.
okay, so go to their YouTube channel and watch their rap video.
Yeah.
Yep. It's titled, I think this is what it's titled, Peanut Butter Wrap, but it's the whole wide world's going nutter for our butter is what the tagline is.
That's awesome. Jen's gonna put a link up to that in the chat after the show's over.
Great.
Corey Freeman wants to know if the peanut butter or any of your butters are vegan.
Yeah, they're all vegan except for one has honey in it, the honey pretzel peanut butter. So they're all vegan and they're all gluten-free except for that one, and they're all kosher as well.
And dairy-free.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys are doing such an awesome job. I love how you've incorporated everything. I have another question here from Turnip Seeds.
I like the name. Great. Turnip Seeds.
How does a business overcome challenges beyond your control when it comes to the allergies with peanut butter?
Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, we've come across a lot of people that have peanut butter allergies. That's one of the reasons we launched our almond butters, because we wanted people to have options, and they're not totally peanut free, but a lot of people are just sensitive to peanut butter. So we wanted to have that option. And I mean, it's hard. We wish everyone could eat peanut butter, but luckily overall, It's a pretty universal product as far as demographics go. We're kind of marketing to everybody, so it doesn't narrow it down too much.
I keep looking at that chocolate coconut butter on there, and I'm just thinking of how you can make like a cake out of that or something.
Oh my gosh,
we've done really good cookies.
We've done so much experimenting with them. They make amazing cookies and brownies. We like the vanilla espresso, since you love that one. It's great stirred into brownies.
Yeah, we post a lot of recipes on our blog too. So our blog is wildsquirrelnutbutter.blogspot.com, and we also have a podcast that we've recently launched.
It's on iTunes.
Yeah, so if you guys are enjoying the sounds of our voices right now, you guys should listen to our podcast.
Is there a link to that on your website?
There's a link to it on our blog. Yeah, okay. We're in the process of adding more.
It's very new. There are only a few episodes, or there are only a few podcasts.
Yeah.
But
well, I have a feeling if you guys did a rap, this would be entertaining too.
Yeah. It's pretty entertaining. We like to think so.
We've got some rap skills.
Last question. The wardrobe code asks, how do you divide responsibilities?
Oh, we always get this question. That's a really good question. In the beginning, Keeley and I, we were best friends and we were roommates, and so we started this business. We wanted to do everything together. It just felt very natural. And then we got to a certain point where we realized there was just too much to do for the both of us to all do it together.
We shared an email inbox. We did everything as kind of a unit, and it got to be sort of frustrating because everybody was in the loop, but at the same time you'd be kind of fighting over responsibilities.
And by everybody, she means the two of us.
The two of us were in the loop, but we were kind of fighting over responsibilities, or things would slip through the cracks because we think somebody else was handling them if they weren't. So we've kind of naturally separated based on our own personal preferences. It just really worked out nicely that we have totally opposing skills. I do most of our computer and accounting kind of back end stuff, and Erika does a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about earlier, developing a lot of relationships with people, and spends a lot of time on the phone. She does all our customer service. And
if you call a number, I'm going to be the one that answers. Erika. And I also do most of our ingredient sourcing and recipe developing. So we we have very different skills, but they blend really well together, and that's another thing that's allowed us to grow our business at this point.
Yeah.
Good advice. Good tips. Thanks everyone for asking those questions. They were awesome, and we've learned even more about running a business. Probably not on the scale of yours, but you guys are doing an awesome job, and congratulations. Because
thank you so much.
I know how those features, those follow-ups on Shark Tank can just like give you another huge boost.
Oh, it's Shark Tank's been amazing for our business. It's
just been such a fun experience for both of us. Seeing ourselves on national TV. It's a pretty surreal moment.
And I bet your parents are proud. Well, how do your parents feel about it? Because you kind of stopped school.
Well, at first they were a little wary. Kayla mentioned our moms are both teachers, so they were a little hesitant about the idea. But they have been supportive since day one. Both our family and friends, and we've relied on them for a lot. And they have definitely,
stepped up to the plate. Yeah,
good. That's awesome.
Whether they anticipated that or not.
Well, it's good. All hands on deck. This could be their retirement too. So
definitely a team effort.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. I think we're going to talk to Jen really quick. Yeah. This is the second time in 1 week we've both been on the same set, this is the first time it's ever happened. So.
It's a little awkward, but it's fun, right?
Yeah, it's good. I feel like we're always at different depths, so one's head looks really big while the other one's...
Here.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for doing this, Carissa.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you all so much for being on the show, and thank you to the chatters. Carissa did a great job. Bye, Carissa. So thank you again to Wild Squirrel Nut Butter.
Thank you.
One more time, where can they find you online?
WildSquirrelNutButter.com is our website, and there's lots of information, more about our story, the stores that we're in, links to our blog, our podcast, everything.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the list goes on. We're everywhere.
We try to be.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you guys. And don't leave yet, because we're going to do our Twitter chat after party in just a few moments. And so go on to Twitter. Our hashtag is YFEchat. And hopefully the squirrels, the squirrel girls, will follow us over there so they can answer some more of your questions and talk a little bit more about Shark Tank and all of that fun stuff, getting into the media, developing products, how to include their product in your health plan, etc. All right, so this has been Jennifer Donna with YoungFemaleEntrepreneurs.com. Make sure that, again, you stay for the after party. I'll play that rap video for you guys. And we'll see you next Thursday at the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern at yfe.me/join live. Thanks, everyone.